All right.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Hello, hello.
Recording.
We are live, you guys. Hi, welcome everyone. So, like I said to everyone, I have been working with a friend of mine to navigate and bring up, right? Every tools with what we need, right? And I told you that my friend, her name was Mariliz Berrios. So guess what, you guys?
A
We have her
lot of
here
R.
today. Welcome, Mariliz. How are you?
Hi.
How's everything?
Hello, everyone. Hi, Tiny. Hello, everyone.
Hi. So me and Mariliz have been collaborating together to do a workshop together. And my effect with this workshop, which is the Dark Night of the Soul, those who always had followed me through YouTube always knew that I always do trigger words. But I wanted to take it a little step further and bring something more one-on-one or see people that are going through this. So I am collaborating with Mariliz, and we've been putting stuff together to bring a class for all of you. Now, the class is divided in two because where I had mostly a rough time was in the shadow aspect of that darkness when you're starting. And Marilis is going to give you a little bit on her aspect of where she really like need for people to understand, because that was her point of what was going on with her. So with me, it was all that uncomfortable feeling, that darkness that we go through, that change that the body goes through, right? So I put something together to bring more to you guys. Now, Marilis is going to talk about her aspect on the shadow side. So, Marilis, give us a little information on the part that you're going to cover.
Yeah, I'm going to be covering the shadow side. Ooh, creepy, right? But yeah, as we were talking, Tiny and I was just kind of like helping her organize her material. And we got into a conversation because everything was just led by spirit, right?
Nothing ever happens for a coincidence.
Exactly. So since you guys have been enjoying the resources that she's been putting out there, she found the need to create something bigger, you know, not just the trigger words, but kind of like dive really deep into the experience and be proactive and prepared to provide you with actual tools that you can use and explain the whole thing, you know, because it's not just you know, a one experience thing. It's not just that you have a difficulty one day and you solve it and you know, you're all ready and you're awakened. That is not how it goes. Like, it is a process, and depending on how you utilize these tools that we're going to provide for you is when you achieve that spiritual awakening faster, right? And you don't have to suffer so much. So, you know, our point with the class is to avoid suffering for you. So, but anyhow, you know, I was just helping her organize the material, and I provided the space because I have had a lifelong dream of having a home that was a place for healing. And everything came to fruition last year, and I was able to acquire this home. And here I am, you know, I am opening the space for spirit to work in my home to heal. You know, this my space is a space of healing, point blank, like no question. So while I was helping Tiny organize that material, she was like, you know, I was like running back and forth with her, like with ideas and telling her, okay, you could do this or you could say that or da da da. She was like, Mari, I'm hearing from spirit right now that you should you should do this workshop with me. And it just so turns out that I had already done a workshop on shadow work. So, you know, there it was, like the whole the whole thing came together, right? Like it was a synchronicity where we were able to gather and you know, make sense that you know, like our lives had prepared us for this moment. It prepared Tiny in the dark night of the soul, and it prepared me in shadow work so that we could combine those two together to provide you with this, you know, super awesome class that, you know, in turn is going to make your life super, like, much more easier. Because I know, like, Tiny had, like, I know my experience was, you know, going through the dark night of the soul. It was years, and I had no clue what was going on with me. I was desperate, like I was having like very dark thoughts, and I struggled a lot. Like I shut myself off as well. Like I secluded myself. I was isolating. I really had no idea where I could even go to find answers. And we were having this conversation not too long ago. Like nowadays, you know, there's tools like Tiny puts out there, like on her YouTube page, but nobody really like goes in depth and kind of like extracts that freaking root. So yeah.
Yeah, we want to bring all information for everyone to understand that when you go through a cycle in depth and you're not getting your answers met because you know that what's happening to you is totally different than anything that you have found, or even when you go to a psychiatrist, because I have gone to a psychiatrist and I tried. I'm like, hey, I have this, I'm in this, and they're like, oh, you're just depressed. Like, no, there's something more than depression here. Like, go beyond the mind. And I was hitting that wall because all these people that I was trying to get information, and I even asked medical help, all they wanted to do to me was put me down and give me more pills to like be more depressed and more asleep. And I knew, you know, that there's more information about this, and I was left in that darkness to deal. That when I finally came out and finally said, whoa, this is a game changer. People that are in therapy, yeah, some people do help. They have their ways of doing stuff, or maybe they think out of the box. Unfortunately, I didn't have a therapy who thought out of the box just yet, because I know there's people out there that is combining now their therapist, you know, with the spiritual aspect part, saying, oh no, this is more deeper. It's because you're going an awakening. It's everything is coming up. But when I was trying to get answers, I didn't have answers. And the more I looked in the internet, YouTube, about the dark night of the soul, just on that beginning aspect, everybody was just putting out there, you know, go with the flow, give yourself, let it be.
Think happy thoughts.
Yeah, like think happy thoughts, do affirmations. And where in your right mind do you want to do affirmation when you feel crap? Like they don't talk about that. So that's why this class is so important to us, because there are steps in the middle that really, really was sugar coated. Nobody tells you how much you want to bald your head off. Or let's say one day You wake up.
Well, Tiny's talking about her personal experience. She wanted to shave her head.
I
So nobody tells
know.
you,
Can you believe
nobody
that?
tells you how much you're going to want to shave your head when
Nobody
you're
will
going
tell
through your
you
dark
that.
night of the soul. Hi,
Nobody
Kat.
will tell
You're
you
on my
that.
video.
So, it's important to get, at least if
The
that
nitty
there's more
gritty,
to you,
to the
right?
raw feelings, to the, to the emotions, the truth of what is going on in your head and in your heart while you're going through this process. Because, like we've been saying, even I at a certain point started searching for answers on the internet, like Dr. Google. So
Right.
you start searching, and there's no answers to be had. Like, there's suggestions, but
Exactly. Or my favorite. Or they say, oh no, honey, you're just going through a midlife crisis. When you hit 30s or 40s, all women go through it. Excuse me? That ain't no midlife crisis. Not what we go through. No, no, no. That's why, we came up with this whole kit and caboodle, to bring you guys all this information and tell you, hey,
but hey,
this
okay,
this
so
is
you
for
say that
real.
you wouldn't call it a midlife crisis, but like, I personally am not in agreement with that, in the sense that that is like a midlife crisis is a spiritual awakening.
No,
So
no,
there you
right.
go.
There is. But when you ask them, like, okay, what are the things? Is a midlife crisis compared to the spiritual awakening is totally different than a midlife crisis. Usually they think it's because either you lost your husband, or you're kind of skinny and you want to gain weight, or you're fat and you want to be skinny. They kind of just touch the top of it. They don't go in. That's what I'm saying. So usually some people, when they say midlife crisis, they're only touching the surface of it, what they see, what you're going through, but they won't dive deep. They won't.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, you can say that there are people that would say, oh, I'm having a midlife crisis, but
Mhm.
dive so deep that they know that they're going through their awakening. But half
Mhm.
of the majority, when I was going through my crap, the people that I was meeting, no, they're asleep, they're asleep, they're asleep. They're asleep, just to call it that, because they couldn't give me more depth of what I was looking for. So when I finally said, okay, well, I'm just gonna have to start looking on the spiritual aspect part, maybe there, then I found more people in groups, and because I was looking, okay, so there is a universe out here about spirituality, there is information about this, and it's called the dark night of the soul. So yeah, when you find those right people, then you start navigating it and healing and understanding, okay, my body's trying to tell me something that I didn't see before. Okay, that's why my body's acting this way. Why I'm having all these crazy thoughts of like cutting my hair, eating my nails, and stuff like that, because they're not my energy. So when you get to finally realize that we are all going through this, there's one key component that at the end, that when me and Mariliz started to get together, I was like, this needs to be shared this way, because I haven't seen a video yet to bring it very raw and very realistic and say, hey, we are here to help you because we have gone through this. I haven't seen anybody just yet to say, yeah, I was there. Yes, I wanted to pull my hair out. Yes, that bothered me when I went to look in my past of something that I needed to heal. Yes, it bothered me. And these are the correct tools of how to navigate through it. which is good because Mariliz has a workshop because she has gone through that. I'm more a little bit private at that point, but still, I know the workshop that I've gone through because it helped me to grow and to see. And then now I'm implementing also with Mariliz, which she has other gifts like sound healings and bar session. All of the other tools that you get implemented helps you. So it can't get any better than that, right?
How does it get any better than that?
Exactly. And just to say to other people, hey, come on the well wagon. We're going to like move your body and soul.
I wanted to add, with that being said, that does not mean that there's any way possible that we can do the work for you. Exactly. We can lead you, we can guide you, we can present the work to be done, but in the end, it is your work to do. There is no way that anybody can do it for you. Okay, so keep that in mind, because we, with pure intention and we're here to answer the calling to guide you, but we can't do the work for you.
Exactly. And that's why we made this class package for you guys, to have a navigation and to understand that whether I'm here or whether Mariliz is the one that has touched you, you have people now to actually say, hey, I need a different point of view. I need a little help. We can always guide you, give you information, to help you the best that you can. But you're the only one, you're the only key that knows your own stuff inside of you, that knows certain secrets that you don't want to share with other people, but it's coming up and you have to see it. You're the only one to actually go through the door and say, I am ready to see this in black and white. I am ready to say, am I going to pour my energy of always being mad with this person, or can I get a lesson out of this? Can I see it in another way to say, why did she step, or why did he step, or why did my parents step in my life, to teach me? That way I can say, okay, that doesn't work anymore with me. Let's turn it around and let's see it at this point of view where I can learn. All of you guys have to always do your part and your work internally, because you guys know what brought you from childhood all the way to whatever age, and you guys are the only one who knows what you did within your past life. And those are stuff that will come up that you guys need to heal. But we could only give you guides. We can only give you the tools and how to help. But we can't, we definitely cannot carry you like if you guys are our children. We love you as much, and we'll give you light and hugs, and we'll hold the troops for you, but we cannot do your homework for you. That's the only difference, how real this class is.
Because it's, just like I remember this speaker, his name is Jim Rohn, and he used to say that nobody can do your push-ups for you. So same thing, this is your soul's journey, this is your soul contract, and you came here to receive a lesson in this lifetime, right? So nobody can learn that lesson for you. You have to learn that lesson for yourself. But that doesn't mean that you can't receive any help along the way, any assistance, any guidance.
Exactly.
That's actually what light workers are. They bring light to where darkness resides, right? So that's how we're answering our calling, is to bring that light into people that are going through this, dark period in their lives, and to better understand everything.
And just know that the more you get in tune to yourself, the more that you understand yourself in those kind of challenge, it makes you appreciate who you are. It makes you appreciate that you can take a challenge and move forward, and to know that you have your own self and your own back to say, wow, I pushed myself forward. I've gotten guidance. I saw this. I learned, and now I can release it and let it go. And next time something happens to me, I'm just gonna giggle and laugh about it, because I've healed that so much that anything that comes to me, I can see the same pattern and just giggle and laugh and say, you know what, I don't need to step into that because I learned my lesson. But I will either guide that person, or either, whatever situation comes up, can say, I could do it different this time. And you take a different path. That way your outcome can be much more healthier and better for you. Yeah. So it's beautiful how we're going to give this class to everyone. And so come on May 14th from 1 to 5 on a Saturday. Come and enjoy, come and get information, come and be with these beautiful light beings that are going to come, and we're all going to share this high vibration of love to give you the tools that you need, because that's what we're here for. We're here to give you tools, to give you the guidance. Who wouldn't want that? Especially in those times. Who wouldn't want that? I know I wish I had someone in my time when I had it. So we have an opportunity. Let's spread that love. Let's spread that joy. Let's keep trucking forward. So I invite all of you to come May 14th, 1 to 5 at Mariliz Berrios house.
Well, you'll have to message Dinaliz or me to find out where it is, the actual address.
Exactly.
But it is in the city of Deltona, Florida. And like I said, yeah, reach out to Dinaliz, Tiny, or myself. My phone number is 787-341-6430. And Dinah, you can give them, Tiny, you can give them your phone number.
Yes, and my phone number is 321-280-0938. If you want to reserve your spot, like I said, it's coming up pretty soon, May the 14th. It's on a Saturday, 1 to 5. Give us a call. We reserve your spot. And, we're going to have, at the end, where we'll have a little raffle where somebody can win a little gift from us. So call us, join us, come and feel that love, energetic space that we have of healing, of information, and just bring all that light to you guys. So with that said, like always, my dear ones, let's keep chucking forward. I thank Mariliz Berrio to be on with me on this live chat today. And as we all heal, and as I heal, remember, all of you guys heal. So don't be a stranger. Love you. Bye.